Hello, everybody. Welcome to IntyCenter. And before we get to our whip around FODEUSS and catching up on this week's action, again, it's a reminder today is not only a great day to abolish ICE and defund ICE, it's also a great day to tell your congressperson that standing up to the executive branch is exactly what they're there for. And we should not be letting unfettered power march us off into unsanctioned wars ever, 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 among many other abuses of power happening by the current executive branch. Get out there, let your voice be heard, and take a stand before it is too late and you are on not the place in history where you want to be. With that PSA out of the way, let's get to the baseball, and we'll start with Honus Wagner because Honus Wagner hits a three-run homer in the bottom of the eighth, and that's going to break a 1-1 tie. However, Jack Clemens is going to hit a two-run pinch hit homer in the top of the ninth, fueled by the power of hemorrhoids, and that is game on. But Kenley Jansen strikes out John McGraw and Ross Barnes. That'll end the game, and the Enhancers will take that one 5-3. Now, Dizzy Dean and Jim Palmer gave us a pitching duel for the ages. Palmer goes 8 innings. He gives up just a solo homer to Kai Kyler in the fourth inning and just four other hits. Dean goes 7 2/3 innings, gives up no runs on four hits. Eric Gagne relieves him in the eighth, gets the final outs, and that's going to add up to a 1-0 victory for Amazings. Cynthia Vostenard, they probably don't want to see Al Rosen anymore. Rosen had a homer, a double, and a single. He drove in 3 runs, and the Bandwagoners take down Cynthia 6-2. You might be wondering how Let's Play 2 responded to being the first team to lose to Atlanta Animes since the Roosevelt administration. The answer? Well, they opened a can of whoop ass. A 7-run first inning was more than enough for Tom Glavine, who gives up 1 run on 6 hits. Tony Gwynn gets 3 hits and a couple of ribbies. Let's Play 2 will win that one 12-1. If you want to name this pitching performance after a shoe store, you could only call it Shoe La La, even though it's not ready yet. Mike Scott goes 8 1/3 innings. He gives up 1 run on 8 hits. Johnny Vandermeer takes the hard luck loss, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits. Reseda takes down the throws 3-1. Uh, yes, Sean, we have already received your complaint in the league office for the umpiring crew in this one. Let's set the scene. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. We are tied at 3, and there is a steady downpour of rain. The umpiring crew lets them play on in the rain long enough for Ted Simmons to hit a tie-breaking 2-run homer for the home team. That turns into not just a tie-breaking, but a game-winning homer. Immediately after Simmons hits the homer, the umpires decide that's enough in the rain. We can't play anymore. They call the game. Bit of controversy, and that's a 5-3 win for the Bandwagoners over Cynthia Vostenard. Thanks a little bit to the umpires getting that home cooking. Down 2-1 heading into the ninth. Brand new ball players got a leadoff single from Juan Soto off John Smoltz. Oscar Charleston lays down the bunt and moves Soto over to second. That puts the tying run in scoring position. But Smoltz strikes out C.J. Abrams. That's going to bring up Buck Leonard as a pinch hitter. Smoltz gets him to fly out to end the game, though, and the New York State Mound hang on for a 2-1 victory. Similarly, Atlanta Anime were down 2-1, but they were looking to win a series for the first time since the first time Napoleon was reigning over France. Lou Brock draws a one-out walk to put a tying run on base, but the pinch-hitting Joe Torre lines into a game-ending double play on the first pitch he sees. Let's Play 2 will take that one 2-1. Greg Maddux went 9 innings and gave up no runs on 4 hits, and he takes a no decision in the opener for Let's Play 2 against Birmingham. That's because Willie Powell and J.J. Putz combined to blank Let's Play 2 for 11 innings. But in the top of the 12th, Frank Thomas hits a 2-run homer off Dave Smith. Shoeless Joe Jackson gets a 2-out RBI single off Mariano Rivera in the bottom of the 12th. But Rivera strikes out Donlin. That gives Let's Play 2 one of the strangest 2-1 victories in baseball history. We got a couple of walk-off winners on the 13th. First in extra innings as Atlanta Animes win again. This time it's at the expense of performance enhancers on a walk-off single from Lou Brock. Then it's in Birmingham, where the Shaq Barons load the bases with 3 walks and then tie it up on a sac fly. They finally get a base hit that reloads the bases, and then they win it on another walk, this one drawn by Mike Donlin. Hey, we're not going to complain because here at IntyCenter, we are fans of shit goblin baseball. Also, here at IntyCenter, we do not try to jinx anything. So we're simply going to note, if you're not paying attention, that Nap LaJoie has got an active 17-game hitting streak, and he's nowhere near close to having the longest hitting streak in FODEUSS. No jinxes, no names mentioned. But we will end this week with one more dramatic win. After a 2-run homer from Lou Gehrig in the 6th, the Bandwagoners lead Jolly Roger 2-1, and every city takes that lead into the 8th inning. But Duke Snyder hits a 3-run homer off Kevin Brown. That's going to put Jolly Roger in front, 4-2. The Bandwagoners, though, in the 9th, they send Carl Yastrzemski to the plate with 2 outs. He's the potential tying run. He hits it hard, but he hits it right at Kirby Puckett, and Jolly Roger will hang on for that 4-2 win. Hey, that's going to do it for our Whip Around FODEUSS on IntyCenter this week. And again, guys, I'm serious, folks. Whoever's watching this, call your Congress people. Go out to the streets of the protest. Do whatever you got to do. What's happening right now in so many ways is not okay, is not normal. And the only way we, the people, will have any say in our future is to make sure we're speaking up right now. Get out there, be heard. I love you all. Take care, and we'll see you next time on IntyCenter.